How lovely to see you again, and a huge well done for making it this far. You've already done something incredible by taking time for you. You've looked at what you want, you've identified where you are now, and you've explored the possibilities and assessed them. Now it's time to take that energy and begin moving forward, or at least to start that thinking and process. In this video, we're going to be diving into the final 2 steps of the CREATE method. So T is to take action, and E is to evaluate and enjoy. So T for taking action. This is how things actually happen. It's one thing thinking, but you actually have to do something with those thoughts. Now we're stepping into movement. This is where change really begins. It's not from a giant leap, but from one small, often brave step at a time. This is where things start to really shift. I am a huge fan of the compound effect. This is the idea that doing one small thing, then another adds up. Little by little, it creates big, beautiful shifts without the overwhelm. When I first started exploring what might work for me, I didn't have a clear end goal, which might sound strange because we often talk about know where you're going and then the path will open up. I just knew I needed to change. So I took one step in the general direction, then another, and I figured things out as I went along. There wasn't a perfect plan. There was a lot of courage, there was a lot of curiosity, and in my case, a bit of creativity. And that's what I would love for you. You see, for me, it's not about perfection. It's definitely not about pressure. It's just a gentle nudge forward. You know what holds people back? Many people don't take action because they don't know what the exact outcome will be. And needing certainty can keep us stuck. And sometimes we stay in roles or routines that no longer serve us because they feel familiar and they almost feel safe, but we know everything is changing. To me, the real security, this comes from within. It comes from knowing you're building a life aligned to who you are, from learning, growing, taking ownership of that path. Just one small step at a time. It's that moment when you start to really live the life you love. And it's our moment to play again. So here's your playbook activity. What's one small step you could take? So open your playbook or grab a piece of paper, and here are some questions that you might want to ask yourself. Could I reach out for more information about one of my ideas? Could I speak to somebody who's already doing something similar? Maybe there's someone that you know is already doing something in the area that you're interested in. Is there a book, a podcast, or a webinar I could come along to or explore? Can I carve out 30 minutes to work on something that lights me up? It could be 15 minutes a week. Can you find that time for yourself? Whatever comes to mind in terms of taking those small steps, write it down. Because you don't need to change everything overnight. In fact, sometimes the first step is simply choosing where you are now, but from a place of power and not pressured. Whatever comes to mind, write it down. You don't need to change everything overnight. This idea of having the complete plan all done, just one step. And sometimes choosing where you are now, that you're in control, even if you can't make any significant changes now, but you're in a place where you are choosing that there is a journey to be had, and that mindset can change everything. Interestingly, when I was transitioning from my catering job, I actually went back part-time to the catering company as a freelancer, and that gave me the space to explore and get training in other areas. At the time, I actually trained to be a picture framer and set up my own arts and crafts making business. And in fact, many of our franchise partners do the same now when they launch their creation station, they launch it part-time and they keep their job while their business grows, and then they can scale their business full-time. So you never know. It could be transitioning to another job, but like many in our community, you might even discover a passion for starting your own business. It's proving to be incredibly popular and significant growth opportunities when you look at certain sectors that are not going to be hit by AI, certain experiences. So whatever you feel like exploring, do take these actions. So my question is to you, what is the one small step you could take this week that even that tiniest action sends a powerful message that you're creating a life you love? And really, that is where the magic begins. I'm excited for you. And E is to evaluate and enjoy. This step is very gentle, but also very powerful. It is about pausing. It's about checking in, evaluating back to that clarity piece that you had, noticing what's working and what isn't. Because when we reflect, we grow. And when we pause to celebrate, it tops us up. We can feel proud and energized that we've done that one thing. And when something's not quite right, we can give ourselves the chance to course correct with kindness. Did you know when they send the rockets to the moon, they make millions and millions of tiny adjustments all the way until they get to the spot and they land. So if they can make consistent adjustments and adapt, well, I think we could too. And also, on our journey, it's very easy to forget, to look back and see how far we've actually come. That's where doubt sneaks in and tries to tell us we haven't done enough. But actually, we've got to where we are. And that, I think, is a good place to be. Because from here, we can take a step forward. You're on this course, you're already taking small steps forward to create a life you love. And that is putting you in control. Even, as I mentioned, even if you can't make those big changes now, in the future, your future self will appreciate what you're doing now to start that journey. So here is your playbook playtime activity. I'd love you to write in your playbook or on a piece of paper a few thoughts. Take a moment to reflect on what felt good about the step you took. What gave you energy? What gave you energy and made you smile? What felt off or harder than you expected? What would you try differently next time? This isn't about judgment. It's just about noticing. And honestly, this is how we grow, with kindness, resilience, and self-awareness. This little chatter voice we have on us in our ear, make it your best friend, because it's how we build confidence and momentum and love for ourselves. Part of the journey is to enjoy. We have this one life. I want you to live the life that you absolutely love. So thank you for trusting me on this Create Method journey. I hope the steps have given you a framework to help you on your journey to create a life you absolutely love. You've already done something amazing. You've taken time for you, and that's quite hard to do, and it really matters. I wish you continuing love, happiness, and joy in your life. And if I can help with anything, please just reach out. Here's to you, and please stay as your amazing, amazing self. Take care.